Jackson Fire Department, Director of City Fire Services, Dave Wooden, and new Fire Inspector, Tyler Whitehead. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good to see you. Welcome back, Dave. Dave was here about a week or so ago, and you hinted at the fire inspection program coming back, and it's with the direction of Tyler Whitehead. You're the fire inspector.
That's what they say.
What does a fire inspector do?
For us, it's all commercial properties in the city. Both anything you think of as commercial, downtown businesses, auto shops, malls, you name it. If
So you go into a place like this, and you go around and inspect everything. For fire, for what? What are you looking for? And make a note, Adam, everything he says, hide it.
Pretty much anything that comes across. We're starting a new program, all online, and we're sharing with other inspectors and other fire departments. Pretty much across the state. I'm talking to a guy from Connecticut right now, and he's helping me with the checklist. We develop it from the IFC, which the city adopted as a fire code, and from the NFPA, which they send us to school for, and anything that violates that gets wrote up and you got to fix it.
All right, so Dave, we talked about this last week, that with the shortage in staff that the department had for so many years, you had to drop this.
Back in the early, well, not the early, around 2010, when we went through our mass reduction in staffing, our inspection program was pretty much cut out. As part of that, I took on some responsibilities, but as a deputy chief, I was only able to do new construction complaints and just touch the surface of it. The whole theory behind an inspection program is to eliminate a part of the fire triangle, which has a flammable, a heat source, and oxygen. So you walk into a room like a furnace room, you can't eliminate the oxygen, so you try to eliminate the flammables, like the combustible materials that we all store around our furnace, too close for 36 inches. So we try to eliminate parts of that triangle to eliminate fire hazard.
So it can be just as simple as, hey, don't store that can of kerosene in this room.
Yep.
Now, we just changed our fire service today, as a matter of fact, because our old one wasn't, they weren't keeping up to date on the fire extinguishers. Everything has to be inspected or updated or every year or something, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
don't come just yet.
That's the big thing we look forward to. We have another platform we just instituted that, because it's two-man show now, and when he retires, it'll be a one-man show. Be me by myself for a while. Trying to use the internet to my advantage and different platforms. There's one that's free to us, free to the city, so we jumped on board with it, and they review all of the kitchen hood systems and your fire stuff. If you had a big fire system here and they came and inspected it yearly, we would get that report and they look at it for us and tell us, hey, this is wrong, you need to go out and check it. So I don't have to worry about coming all the time. I can prioritize the big heavy hitter areas, and not that you guys aren't important, but I can take my time getting to them and do it the right way.
Sure. And you nodded at Dave when you said retirement. I have to tell you that Dave's been talking about retirement for 8-9 years. So don't schedule any parties yet.
Well, it's because I've been eligible for 9 years.
He loves this job so much. He doesn't want it.
It's good to learn from.
Yeah. Now, Tyler, tell us a little bit about your background, where you grew up, what you've been doing, and how you ended up here at JFD.
Yep. Originally was born in Brooklyn, Michigan, and moved to Coldwater with my brother and my parents. My dad's a full-time firefighter for the city of Coldwater. Got it in my blood. He's been a fireman. He retires in 18 months with almost 40 years in the service. I started in Coldwater as a part-paid firefighter on his department and his shift, and was there for just shy of 4 years, and saw Jackson was hiring, wanted to kind of come back to the area where I grew up a little bit, and lucky enough to get the spot, and a little quicker than I wanted to move up through. This is kind of what I wanted to do and end my career doing, but I'm going to start it doing it. So
That's really cool that your dad is a firefighter and you're wanting to follow in his footsteps. And that pretty much is a fire department tradition across this country.
it is. My brother's a fireman too for Dow Chemical, and he's full time with them. It's both of us are. And just try to follow in his footsteps, make him proud.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for your service, both of you, to our community. The fire department will come unannounced to do these inspections once you get the program rolling.
Nope. So yes and no. If we have a complaint, then we don't have to have your permission. We're just going to come and investigate the complaint.
Okay.
Your typical annual inspections, which are supposed to be done every year. Again, I'm only one guy trying to do thousands of buildings. There's over 1,000 buildings to inspect. Not feasible for every year. So we're trying to come up with a plan of if it's going to be every 1 or 2, 3 years, how to do that. And then if the way that the chiefs want to do it and have the companies come and help me with it, would be great. And go down that road and we can get into more places. But no, there'll be phone calls and scheduling, and we'll stop in and meet with you before we just come in and inspect. Unless it's a complaint, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, and there's certain businesses that they're inspected from other agencies, like gas stations, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, and we do those as well.
Mhm.
So
Do you go on fire calls yourself?
that's the hardest adjustment for me. It's really weird not being there, especially when my old shift is on duty and not going anywhere. I was like a kid in a candy store yesterday. We had a structure fire call, and I got to ride with Chief out there and help the driver. I miss it. It's weird. Hopefully, going forward, I can do more once we get car situations and figure out more roles and stuff like that. If we're out in the area, can go.
Well, somebody's got to stir the spaghetti sauce while they're out.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's me right now.
It's really one of the job duties of a firefighter is to be a chef, a cook.
Yeah, I missed cooking for the guys. That's a big one too. So.
Oh, they took you off the stove too.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. And tell us a little bit about your family, what you do outside of work.
Outside of work, pretty much the typical guy stuff. I like to work on cars. It's my second passion. Love to fish. I have a son and a daughter, both 6 and 4. They go to live in Spring Arbor, so they're doing their thing. Wife works in Spring Arbor. Where she grew up too. So
Great. Will the Jackson Fire Department be represented in the downtown Jackson Christmas parade?
The plan is, yeah. Unless the dispatch has other plans for us.
Yes, hopefully there's no.
last I knew, they were looking for the Christmas lights earlier. So
There's already lights on the fire trucks. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We
I'll
want to
put
have
more on.
There's more.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And they're always ready to go. They're always shiny and looking brand new.
That's the goal.
All right. So while we have the fire inspector here, I think it's a great time as we're getting into the cold heating season, the holiday season. Some words that people of caution, of advice from you to keep their family safe.
Same stuff you always hear. Check your smoke detectors, make sure they work. Don't bring in gas heaters into your house. You don't want to show up to that. Just make sure your area is cleaned up. There's nothing around your furnace and everything's in working order. Get it looked at and inspected by someone. If it's not, don't just try to finagle your own solution to a problem.
There's a heater that I was looking at. They're actually called milk barn heaters, and it turns out that the Great Chicago Fire was started by someone trying to keep.
What the rumor is.
Yeah. So it doesn't take long to get away from you.
No.
Dave, your construction project continues over at Station 2. What's the
Yes.
update on that?
It's going well. They finished all the parking and the approaches and stuff. New concrete and asphalt is down. Starting to put the inside of the building back together. They've got drywall on the ceiling, and probably the next step would be a suspended ceiling below that. And we're really excited. It's going to be a lot more economical to heat and much more comfortable for the staff that are assigned there for the day.
Good. Sounds like it's getting close.
Yep.
So is your shift done? Are you normal hours now?
Yeah, that's another huge adjustment. That was a big adjustment for the family. Now I'm home in the evenings, and I miss my 24s a little bit, but this definitely has its benefits and its perks, and
Oh, great.
the kids love having me home. So
That's awesome. Great to have you here, and good luck in your new position.
thank you.
Dave, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having us.
The City of Jackson Fire Department's Director of Fire Services, Dave Wooden, and the new Fire Inspector, Tyler Whitehead.